Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So I'm trying a new camera setup today, so if it doesn't work, let me know in the comments below and I will go back to my old method, but we're going to see how we go with this. It gives me more desk space, so here's hoping it works. So today I have something a little different for you. This has been something I've been wanting to do for a while, but just haven't got around to yet. So what I want to do is, we know how much I love my gel press plate thingo, and we know how much fun I have with it. I'll get it and I'll show you. So I have the new Ranger ones as well. So good old gel plates. Now these are, as you can tell, brand new because they're still nice and clean. You should see my 8x10, it is filthy. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to make some homemade tools, mark making tools for this. And I saw a really cool video and I thought I would attempt to make some of my own. So basically what I did is I went to my local hardware store, Bunnings, and I got myself a little roller. Now what you want to do is you want to find a roller that's going to fit roughly a toilet paper roll. And as you can see, this one does the job really well. So then what we're going to do is we're going to make our own textured mark making rolls, basically. So what I thought I'd do for this is I've got, I cut off a bit of a mat that I bought. I got this at Bunnings as well. It's a grip mat. It cost me like $3. And the texture is really cool. So I've just cut off a piece of that. So what I'm going to do basically is adhere that to that. And then when I roll it on my roll, obviously it's cut down properly, it will, it should give me the texture of the mat. That's the plan. So I thought we'd see how we go. And I've also got a few other things that I could use. I'm going to do some rubber bands. I'm also going to use my diamond press to cut some shapes out of foam and hope that works. So let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to get some foam. Now bear in mind I have not done this yet. I have not done this before. I think the best way to adhere this on is probably going to be gel medium, so we'll see how we go. So like I said in the comments below, like I said before, in the comments below, let me know if this camera angle is working, because basically I have like a weird looking grippy thing, and I have it attached to one of the shelves above my desk, and I'm hoping it's going to hold up and support the weight of my phone, which is what I use as my camera. So I've got that all glued on, and then I'm going to just roll it. Now I haven't cut this down perfectly yet, so I'm going to have some overhang. I just found my scissors on my son's desk, so I have my good ones back instead of using his crappy ones. And I'm just going to cut that there. So I'm probably just going to have to hold that for a minute, or use some of these rubber bands to hold that on there till that adheres on nicely. So I'm winging this, totally winging it. I haven't really put, well, I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and I haven't really thought a lot about what I would use and how I would do it, but I figured that was something we could figure out together. So I'm just going to put that there and wait for that to dry. Hopefully that'll work and dry the way I'm hoping it will. So just put some more glue in there and in there. So we'll see how we go. Hopefully that works. So another one I thought would be a good one, and this is really simple. Elastic bands, and just put them, that one's a bit big, on our toilet roll, just any which way. I think I need the small ones for this. The best part's going to be when we use these on the gel press, which we will do when I'm done, to see how they work. This one's going to be a bit big. Oh no, that'll work. So I just might just actually double it over. There we go. So there's so many things you could do to make your own mark making tools. I'm looking forward to using, what am I looking forward to using? The foam. So that's going to be my next. I haven't actually used my diamond press to cut foam, so it's going to be interesting. And see, there we have it. There's another one. So basically, it goes on there, and it's going to run across the paint as such. So that's going to be pretty cool. All right, I'll keep them in my scrap tub because they're always going to be good to use. So I have some foam. I'm just going to go get some random shapes to cut out. So I also found this one, so I'm not quite sure how that'll work, but let's give it a go. So that's basically just a die cut piece. I might run that through my big Cuttlebug and see if that works. So I'll give that one a go later. But what I got for these is I got some circles and I got some stars. So we want the small ones. Let's see how this works. Ooh, sharp. All right. So if you haven't seen the diamond press before, basically it's just a very small die cutting machine. It works great for me because it sits on my desk. And we know that if I'm likely to use something, I'm much more likely to use it if it's sitting on my desk. So that's what's good about having the diamond press. Even if you do have, it comes with its own little dies that you can buy, but as you can see, this star one is, I think it's a Kaiser or a Sizzix set, and it's going to go through just fine as well. It's just the size that you've got to be aware of. So it's only really good for small dies, but it's great for when you're sitting on your desk, which is why I enjoy using it. So we're actually going to fit more than one in there, so I might get some circles as well. So I'm just cutting the foam down to size and going to put it in my diamond press book. Now I've never actually cut foam with this yet, so we'll see how we go. Might need a couple of goes through. Can I go back? Oh, look at that, works well. Alright, so I've got some little shapes. Might cut a bigger star actually. Do I have one that'll fit? No. What a shame. Because that size there would have been great. I might actually just follow the lines and cut that one out. I've got an imprint of the outside line of the star, and I like that size as well, so I'm just going to cut that as well. So I could have done this beforehand, before I started filming, but I wanted you to see just how easy it is to make your own bits and pieces for this project. I was going to pre-cut all of these before, but I thought it would be a good idea to show you. See, even these little offcuts would probably make a really great background. So a really great roller. So I'm going to keep them as well. And I might glue them onto one of my toilet rolls. And literally, I'm just using good old toilet rolls. I've been collecting them. I've only got 5 at the moment because, you know, when you collect things, they tend to, you know, just take up space, and then until you get motivated enough to do the activity you're wanting to do. So I have 5, so we're going to make 5 homemade rollers, and then we're going to test them out and see what we end up with. So to cover one of these with all of these, I'm going to have to cut a few of these out. So that's what I'm going to do now. And I will probably speed this up so you don't have to watch me cut all these out. So I will be right back. Alright, I think we should have enough pieces, so we'll see how we go. So basically what we're going to do now is we're going to glue them onto our toilet rolls. So let's see how we go. So I'm going to use some gel matte medium again. This is my favourite mixed media adhesive. I'm just not quite sure how we're going to go with getting it to set quickly. I might have to use some more rubber bands. So we'll see. This may be a slow process. But we're learning together. We're figuring this out together. So we're just going to randomly place the foam. Oh no, look, that's holding quite well. Awesome. So I'm just going to need more gel. Randomly place these on the roll and try and get a nice pattern that I like. I'm going to try not to have too many of the same near each other, things like that. But we are working with, oh, just gonna have to hold that down for a little bit. I think I'm gonna like this one. If I can get it to stay. Stay. There we go. The only issue we have is because it's a round surface, getting all the surfaces to adhere evenly. So it might take a little bit of fiddling and finessing, but we will get there. Determined to see how this works. So you could really do this with any shape. And the good thing about foam is if you draw on it with a ballpoint pen or even a pencil, I'd assume, it will leave indents in the foam, and those indents and impressions will actually show up when you use it on the gel plate. So that's pretty cool too. Might do that with some of the circles so I can show you what I mean. So as you can see, we're getting a nice little, I want to cut some of these stars for myself actually, just to use as embellishments. They're pretty cool. I like them. Alright, so basically that's what we're going to do. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the other two, the circles and the bits and pieces, like a jigsaw. This is probably going to be the fiddliest one, so I'm going to go ahead and do those. And I'm once again going to put you on fast forward. So I'll be back in a minute. Hi guys, so a quick little voiceover while you're watching me stick pieces down before I go back to my real-time recording. I've decided to cut this video in half. So it ended up being almost 40 minutes long with me making the rollers and then using the rollers. So I've decided to break it down into a part 1, part 2. So the video I'm going to upload today is going to be all about how I made these rollers and my process. But then stay tuned tomorrow for part 2, where I actually get to use these rollers and have some fun with my gel plate. So I didn't mention that at the time when I made this video because I was still, didn't really realize what I was going to do with it. But now as I'm editing the video, I'm realizing it's pretty long and it might be best to break it down to 2 parts so you can hopefully watch both. Or if you're not really interested in watching this part, you can come back tomorrow and see me play with my gel plate, as we know how much I love doing. So I hope you don't mind. We're about to head back to my real-time talking, which I did about a week ago when I did this video. So yeah, thanks for watching the video and come on back tomorrow to see the second part. Trust me, it's going to be a lot of fun. Lots of playing with my gel plate and even some little hints and tips of what I do when I do my gel printing. So yeah, come on back tomorrow. And I hope you've enjoyed both videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon. So, that was a long process, but about halfway through doing my circles, I thought of a much better way to do it, and I'm quite embarrassed to say I didn't think of it first, in the first place. So, the glue was taking too long to dry. It was a real pain in the butt. So, good old double-sided tape. Dries instantly, obviously, worked so much better. Especially on this one. This would have been a mission without it. So I'm really excited to see how this works. And yeah, so all I did was just lay down strips of double-sided tape and then adhere my foam to it. This one is done with the matte medium, so we'll see how well that holds up. Hopefully it works because I'm looking forward to using that one. But yes, this one, I just used double-sided tape on the back of my circles and just stuck them down. As you can see, a few of the sides are lifting a bit, but I'm hopeful that there's enough tape on there to hold it down. And when I roll it, it should stick. So we'll see how we go. See how we go. So these are my 5 rollers. Get them out of the way. So I've got my jigsaw, my stars, my circles. And then I've got the rubber bands. And if this is stuck, we'll see. Yep. I have the grip mat. So, now the fun part. Let's test them out. So we'll see how these have worked. And hopefully I haven't just bored you for however long we've been here for no reason.